Alright everybody, welcome to another Cadillac video. So, we have the motor running fairly decent, a lot better than it was. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn my attention to the transmission problem. If you've been following this video series, you'll notice that whenever I drive the Cadillac in various speeds, you'll hear a whining noise, a high-pitched whining noise coming from the transmission. So after doing a bunch of research on forums and talking to people that know about these cars, basically it boils down to there could be two separate problems. So the first problem could be a problem with the fluid pickup that runs fluid directly to the front pump. I vaguely remember when I first put the transmission in that when I pulled the pan, the pickup was kind of loose. From what I've gathered, it's not supposed to be, so I think there's like a 10% chance that could be the problem. It's worth a try. I mean, all I have to do is drain the fluid, drop the pan, check the pickup, put it all back in. It shouldn't take more than an hour. The second thing it could be is there's a set of planetary gears in the front, right behind what is called the Taurus. Now what those do is they spin in certain gears, and they spin in the gears that you hear the whining. So, I mean, they do drive the pump, and I'm not an expert on these transmissions, but if those are worn out, then guess what? They're going to make that noise. It kind of sucks that I already paid somebody $1,500 and he didn't bother to check them. But, it's been more than a year, so what can I do? So we're going to go ahead and do the faster, easier, hopeful fix and see if that works. If not, then this Thanksgiving, guess what? This is going in the garage and the transmission's coming out. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm totally expecting to reuse all this transmission fluid that I take out of this transmission. So the simplest way to do that is to get 3 pans, making sure they're really nice and clean on the inside, and then once you're done doing what you need to do, just pour all the fluid back in. So hopefully this won't get much in the way of dirt. I'm very fortunate that this transmission has a drain plug, which they decided in the 70s to get rid of in GM cars. So we'll see how it goes. Also, it gives me a chance to check this fluid and see if there's any metal or anything like that in it. Hopefully not. So the transmission fluid is finished draining. I watched it drain the whole time it was coming out, and it was nice, red and clear. It kind of looks dark in this pan just because it's a gray pan, but it's really not bad at all. I mean, it's got bubbles in it, but and it's bright red. I don't see any issues with it, so I don't think it's the type of fluid. I've looked up and see what's compatible with this transmission. I don't think what I used is wrong. I think it's correct. So let's go ahead and yank the pan and see what's in it. Alright guys, I hope you can see this. I know it's really crappy to make videos under the car, but this, is that supposed to do that? It has a tube going in on this side and also a tube going in on this side. Now, whether it's supposed to move around like that, I don't know. Okay, so I pulled. So there's that tube that goes in there. I don't know how that's supposed to work. I don't know if this is supposed to have a gasket and supposed to stay in. I don't know which one's for which pump, but there's that. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys another view of the other side. Here's a view of the other side. So that small tube goes in here, and there is an O-ring right here. I'm assuming that's for the rear pump. Don't know. Then here's the tube for the front pump. And it moves, but it does have this little bracket that holds it on. Let's go ahead and look inside the oil pan and see how much residue's on that. So here's the pan and here's the pickup. I mean, there's some in the bottom. I don't know how much is bad. I don't know. Actually, see these big old chunkies right here? Some very large chunks in the bottom of this pan. I don't know. I thought
Looking inside doesn't look too bad. I don't know how much of this stuff is metal and how much isn't. So yeah, about this screen, I mean, is it supposed to be kind of wobbly? Is it supposed to be, you know, really, really tight? You guys need to let me know which one it is. I don't know how I have maybe 3 or 4 miles on this transmission. I don't know, I strained, you can see right here, I strained some of the fluid, just the loose fluid onto that pickup, and it had all that crap in it.